Dear friends, we have just studied SAS congruence rule. That is, the two sides and included angles of one triangle. If they are congruent to two sides and included angle of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. That is what we have studied. Now, let us study. We have studied earlier SAS rule. Please note. That is, the two sides and included angle of one triangle is congruent to the two sides and included angle of the other triangle. If this is true, then triangles are congruent. Now we are going to study AASA test. Here please note, here side is included. Two angles of one triangle are congruent. So we are given that angle B is equal to angle E. We are given that angle C is equal to angle F. Angle C is equal to angle F. And included side, included by the two angles, two known angles. So here BC is equal to EF. This is given to us. So included side is congruent to the included side of the other triangle. Then we have to prove that these two triangles must be congruent. That is, if these triangles are placed one above the other, they will exactly coincide with each other. Now let us try to prove. So this is what is given to us. In triangle ABC and triangle DEF, we are given angle B is congruent to angle E, angle C is congruent to angle F, and BC is congruent to EF. Now we have to prove whether these two triangles are congruent or not. So we have to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. For this, there exist three cases. We are going to make three parts of this theorem. So let us study the case 1. In case 1, this AB will be equal to DE. If AB is equal to DE, then we will have some other condition. If AB is greater than DE, we will have other condition. If AB is smaller than DE, we will have other condition. These are the only three possibilities. AB can be equal to DE, AB can be smaller than DE, AB can be bigger than DE. Please note, we are given this, but we are going to consider these other three parts. So here, first case is AB is equal to DE. So if AB is equal to DE, please note, in case 1, if AB is equal to DE, we will get AB is equal to DE, angle B is equal to angle E, angle B is equal to angle E, and BC is equal to EF. This is given to us. This is our consideration. Now AB, if you consider AB is equal to DE, we will get the two triangles. These two triangles, triangle ABC, will be congruent to triangle DEF by our earlier criteria. Our earlier criteria was SAS criteria. Side angle side axiom. So that is two sides and the included angle is congruent, so the triangle will become congruent. Now there exists a case second. Now if AB is bigger than DE, then what will happen? We imagine the second condition, AB may be bigger than DE. AB is greater than DE. So we have imagined that AB, this side is greater than DE. Sorry, DF. AB equal to DE, AB greater than DE, correct. AB is greater than DE. Now, if AB is greater than DE, it means, please note, in this triangle, ABC, DEF, we have AB is greater than D. If AB is greater than D, then there exists some point P such that BP is equal to DE. See, we have considered AB is greater than DE, means this length is greater than DE. If this length is AB is greater than DE, means there exists some part of the segment which is equal to DE. So if AB is greater than DE, then we can consider point P. Consider point P on side AB. On side AB, such that this PB is equal to DE, such that PB is equal to DE. Now please note, we have considered PB is equal to DE. We are already given that angle B is congruent to angle C. So we are given that angle B is equal to angle B is equal to angle E, and we are given that BC is equal to EF. This is also given to us. BC is equal to EF. This is given. This is also given. This is our consideration. So we are taken, if BP is equal to DE, angle B is equal to angle E, and BC is equal to EF, then you will notice that these two triangles are congruent. Triangle PBC is congruent to triangle DEF by SAS test. So here we will get triangle PBC is congruent to triangle DEF. Triangle PBC is congruent to triangle DEF. Reason is SAS axiom, that is two sides and the included angle is congruent. SAS test. Now, if these two triangles are congruent, it means their corresponding angles are congruent. That is, angle C must be congruent to angle F, angle B must be congruent to angle E, angle P must be congruent to angle D. So, triangles are congruent, it means these angles must also be congruent. That is, the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are congruent. Corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are congruent. That is what we have studied. Now here it means angle PCB is congruent to angle PCB is congruent to DFE. Reason is they are the corresponding parts of congruent triangles. You can say corresponding parts of congruent triangle, you can say corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Now PCB is congruent to DFE, but we are given that C means ACB is equal to angle DFE, but angle ACB is congruent to angle DFE. This is given to us. Please note, here ACB is congruent to DFE and we have got PCB congruent to DFE. It means ACB, if right hand sides are equal, means left hand side must also be equal. So we will get angle ACB. Angle ACB is equal to angle PCB. Please note, look at the figure now. Angle ACB is equal to PCB. We have got angle ACB is equal to PCB. So this angle and this angle cannot be congruent because they are adjacent angles. They will be congruent if P is at A only. So these two angles will be congruent if A and P is a common point. So this is possible if A coincides with P. So this is possible only if A coincides with point P. Means A and P are not the two different points, they are one and the same points, or they lie one above the other. So P lies at A only. P and A are a single point. It means our consideration that AB is less than DE is not possible. It means AB greater than DE is not possible. Thus AB greater than DE is not possible. It means therefore AB will be equal to or less than DE. AB will be equal to DE or it will be less than DE. For third case we will take AB is less than DE. Dear friends, we have the third case, AB is less than DE. So consider the triangles ABC and DEF. ABC and DEF. In this, we are going to consider that AB is smaller than DE. So if AB is smaller than DE, then extend AB such that up to point P, such that this PB is equal to DE. See. So if we have considered AB is less than DE, so extend AB, or you can say extend AB to point P, such that PB is equal to DE. So what we have done? We have taken AB. We have considered the third possibility, that AB is less than DE. If AB is less than DE, then by extending AB further, we will get some point P such that it will be equal to DE. Now PB is equal to DE. So consider the triangle PBC and DEF. Consider triangle PBC and DEF. In this, PB is equal to DE, that is our consideration, that is what we have considered. Then angle B is equal to angle E. Angle B is equal to angle E. This is what is given to us. We are already given angle B is equal to angle E. Then BC is equal to EF. This is also given to us. BC is equal to EF. It means these two triangles are congruent by SAS test. That is what we have earlier studied. So here triangle PBC is congruent to triangle DEF by SAS test of congruency. Now, if two triangles are congruent, it means their corresponding angles are congruent and their corresponding sides are congruent. It means first angle is congruent to first angle, second angle is congruent to second angle, third angle is congruent to third angle. So, if two triangles are congruent, we will get angle PCB is equal to DFE. Therefore, angle PCB is equal to angle DFE. Reason is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. That is, the third angle must be congruent to third angle. But we are given angle C is equal to angle F. Angle C means this angle ACB. In triangle ABC, we are given angle C. In triangle ABC, angle C is angle ACB. Angle ACB, but we are given angle ACB is equal to angle DFE. This is what is given to us. ACB is equal to DFE. That is, ACB is equal to DFE. Now look at what we have derived here. Right hand side is same. PCB is equal to DFE. ACB is equal to DFE. It means PCB must be equal to ACB. Therefore, angle PCB must be equal to angle ACB. Now look at the figure. PCB is this angle and ACB is this angle. These two angles will be equal if AC is equal to AC and PC are one and the one segment only. Means A coincides with P. Therefore, this is possible only if P coincides with A. P coincides with A. It means P and A are one point only. That is, they are not the 2 points and they are 1 point. And if they are 1 point, it means triangle ACB, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So, whether AB is less than DE, we have proved the case. If AB is greater than DE, we have proved that it is not possible. Means if two angles are congruent and third included side is congruent, then this second side cannot be greater than or cannot be less than the corresponding side of the other triangle. It means it has to be equal, and hence the two triangles are congruent. Hence we get two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are included are equal to the two angles and included side of the other triangle. Dear friends, we have just proved if two angles of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding two angles of the other triangle and included side of one triangle is congruent to the included side of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. This is what we have proved. Now what if we are not given the included side? That is, if we are given that angle A is congruent to angle D, angle B is congruent to angle E, and BC is equal to EF. That is, side is not included. You can understand here angle A is there, angle B is there. This must be the included side. But included side, if included side is not congruent, then what happens? Now we already know that sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if A is equal to D and B is equal to E, see, angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle C, and we are given BC is equal to EF. This is what is given. Now please note, if two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of the other triangle, then we know that sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So this angle will be 180 minus angle A plus angle C, angle B. And this angle F will also be 180 minus angle D plus angle E. Please note, D plus E is equal to A plus B. It means this third angle automatically becomes congruent. So here, even if you are not given included side, still the two triangles are congruent to each other. Thus, we are saying that two triangles are congruent if any two pairs of the angles and one pair of the corresponding sides are equal, then the two triangles are congruent. That is, two triangles are congruent if any two pairs of angles of one triangle are congruent to any two pairs of the other triangle and one pair of the side is equal to the one pair of the corresponding sides are equal. So understand these statements. We have already studied three laws now, three rules. First was SAS, that is the two sides and included angle. Second was this, two angles and the included side. And third is any two angles and the side. So we have studied three criteria for the two triangles to be congruent.